What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about something that's very important but doesn't get discussed enough. So, you want to do your hair, you want to get earrings, you want to get tattoos, but you have strict parents that won't allow you. Today I'm going to give you 3 ways to combat that. And if you do what I say, the last tip being the most important, you're going to be absolutely good to go. And when you get it, your parents will be able to complain. As you can see, I have earrings. I just got my hair done Saturday. See what I'm saying? And if you continue to watch the channel, there'll be a tattoo vlog very soon. Coming 2026 by God's grace. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. For some background and context, I am Nigerian originally. So I'm sure you guys already know the stigma around people that do this type of stuff in Nigeria. And I obviously have Nigerian parents. But based on these 3 things I'm about to tell you, I didn't find it hard convincing them, and here we are. Now, the first thing I would say is don't ask. Now, some of you act like you've never met your parents before. We all know, if let's say I wanted to ask you for a pen, I come to you, I say, oh bro, can I please use your pen? As I've asked for the pen, all the power is within your authority, no? If you want to give me the pen, you say yes. If you don't want to give me the pen, you say no, and I have to go somewhere else. Same thing in this context. You don't want to give your parents all the power. This is your body. Now, if that's not good enough for you, fortunately, I've been on both sides of the equation. When I wanted to do my hair, this was 2024 March, I asked my mom, she said no. I had to argue with her for like probably a month and a half until I explained the situation to my dad, thinking it was a lost cause, not knowing that he also happened to do the same thing when he was my age. So he helped me explain to her, and that was how I was able to start doing my hair, which you can see now. So I've been doing my hair for over a year. The earrings, however, when I wanted to do them last summer, I did them with my cousin. I didn't ask, I just did it, and I came back. My mom saw it. She was obviously in Nigeria, so there wasn't much that could be done. And yeah, she got over it after like a week. So coming from the perspective of someone who's done both, please don't ask. You're just giving your parents the opportunity to say no. And if they say no and you still go ahead and do it, I'm not part again. Don't say Zachary told you, because I don't know about that, because I haven't done that. So that's the first tip I'll give you. Don't ask your parents. The second tip I'll give is to get everything else in your life in order. Now, let me explain to you why your parents don't want you to do it. These type of things, piercings, tattoos, doing of hair, they're usually associated with people that are not on the right path in life. Now, obviously, that's not your portion or my portion, in Jesus' name. But, that's the whole reason they don't want you to do it. So once you can show them that you're on the right trajectory, they're going to let you do it. Now, what does this mean? If you're a student like me, that means getting good grades, good behavior, and you have some type of ambition. Like, your parents have to know that once you're outside of college, you're chasing something. And that doesn't mean you have to boast to them that, oh, mom, dad, you see by the time I'm out of, like, that's not how it works. But people can tell from your actions more than your words what you're about. You understand what I'm saying? Some of you, you're getting C's, D's, you're bringing home those nonsense letters home to your parents. Think about it. You too, if you were in your parents' position and your child was bringing you C's and D's, would you let them do their hair? I didn't think so. Exactly. So in order for you to be in a position where you can even ask for this type of thing, which you shouldn't, but in order for you to be in that position, you have to make sure you're on the right path. You have to make sure there's nothing they can bring up. You know you're meant to clean your room. Clean your room. You know you're meant to get good grades. Do it. So there's nothing. When my mom saw me with the earrings, obviously she was flabbergasted, but there wasn't like, she couldn't say, oh, you're not even doing this and this. Because I do everything I'm supposed to do. Thank God for that. So, in order to not, make this point too long, just make sure everything else in your life is on the right path. And your parents will be more than happy to look over it and let you do what you want. Now, the third one, which is, to be honest, very optional, but it's also the most important one, is to find someone to do this with. What makes a journey more fulfilling, any type of journey, is to have people you're on the same journey with. For me, this was my cousin. We both started doing our hair around the same time, even though we didn't necessarily go on the journey together. The earring one, we both did it together. You know, our moms are both sisters, obviously. So that's a moment that we can never forget, no matter what. Thankfully, because it was both of us, we were able to, you know, squirm our way out of it. Now, when I say you should find a partner, this doesn't have to be your sibling, it doesn't have to be your cousin, even though that would be ideal. It could be your friend. That friend that your parents are always saying, how is John doing, you know? They're always proud of that friend. Maybe that friend wants to get a tattoo. You won't know if you don't ask. So you could ask your friend, you guys could do it together. And, you know, that would definitely calm your nervousness about the situation. And when you're explaining it to your parents, obviously you don't need to bring up the other person, but like just having someone you can talk to about it is always good. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you, and I'll see you in the next one.